Season's greetings and welcome to Christmas Light Tour 2024. You're watching Piano Man's channel, and we're here to show you the Christmas lights in my house and outside of my house. And since I posted a video of this last year, and many of them are the same, I'm doing a different twist this year. I'm showing you the nativities in my home as we look around. Now, I've never been a nativity collector, and everything's been pretty much given to me. I enjoy them. And I think I'll start trying to buy some of my own next year. Wise men still seek him as a button. And I've always loved this little nativity that I set on this star. The star is left out year round, but the nativity comes on it this time of year. And let's go into the living room. I like this little nativity here. This was given to me by my former music teacher. And it actually comes in an Avon box. I don't know if you've ever seen some of the things that Avon provides. But you got Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. One of the nativities that's really not a nativity, even though it's the baby Jesus. It's a child worshiping the baby Jesus. I actually bought this when I moved to my first apartment in 1988 for some decorations. And I think it cost $388. I think I remember that. Oh, did I take the price off finally? It finally came off. I'm pretty sure it said $388 at Walmart. And I always liked this one. A friend gave me this one. It's all cut from one piece of wood. And you can see, you can hook it all back together or take it apart. And I remember growing up with one of those nativities, bubbles you could shake, with the snow. I had a nativity in it. Now, last year we featured all the Santas in my home, and on another video I talked about my brand new Christmas tree. So be sure to check that out on my channel. But what we are going to do here is take a look a little just around some of the things. I don't think I talked much about this last year, and that's the fact that my folks' classic ornaments that I grew up on are actually inside my lights and on display this way. When I got my first Christmas tree in 1988, it belonged to my parents, and these ornaments were actually on that tree. Of course, I'm a music fan, and you got to have some Charlie Brown Christmas. Christmas tree, the leaves are so unchanging. Fun, huh? And yes, I have a Santa collection, and I went in detail my Santas last year. So go on last year's video to see all my Santas. I do want to emphasize my oldest Santa. This was always under our Christmas tree when I was a child. My sister, who's 14 years older than me, said yes, it was under the tree when she was a child. When I moved out in 1988 to my first apartment, my mom gave me some decorations, and she says, "You want that old thing?" I say, "Yes, I do." And here, over 70 years later, it's still in the family. So here's some of my other Santas. And like I said, you can get a review of all of them in this same positioning on last year's video. And I always like my piano that plays carols. And let's see what they have to say. We probably ought to mute the music so we can let the piano mouse play, okay? The piano mouse. I got to find the switch.
I'm Maestro Mouse. Put a song on my music
Certainly.
stand, and I'll play it for
Thank you, sir.
Great choice.
Thank you.
Joy to the world.
And he does play 12 different tunes, or you can let him set idle and he'll start playing his own repertoire. And he's got a little helper here. More Santas are over here. And yes, I have a phone call coming in, but we have more important things to do, like look at Santas. Yay! The Santas. And I once again have Christmas lights in every room of my home, even the garage. Let's go down the hall. In the kitchen, they come through here in the hallway. They come around, various decorations and ornaments everywhere you turn. And on another video, I showed you this Christmas tree in my bathroom. You can see there's other lights around here. There's lights in every bedroom. These white lights in here are new this year. This is kind of a work area room, always messy. A lot of music here and there. And a few blue ones in this room. And you can see this is the music room. There are a few decorations that I usually didn't put Christmas decorations on this piano, but there are a few old classic ones. And here and there. There's my Troy Aikman bear. He used to be on the Christmas tree, but he didn't fit well on the aluminum tree, I didn't think. He wouldn't sit still without falling through. And I always called these a gazebo lights in my bedroom because they go all around kind of in a diamond shape in my bedroom. And in my bathroom, of course. The red lights this year. I think they were there last year. Candle in every window. I turn these candles off when I sleep. But all the rest of the house, they stay on until morning. Because my outside lights, friends, my outside lights come on in the early morning besides being on in the evening. I'm in the central time zone, and it's starting to get dark about 5 this time of year. And I leave them on until 11:30. These lights in the garage stay on year-round. As they burn out, I replace them. The reason they stay on year-round, my light in my garage hasn't worked for years, and there's no windows. So once I get in, I have light. Let's go in the backyard first. And yeah, it's the coldest night so far of this season. It was 20 last night, and I have every tree wrapped, and I have lights on the back fence and the back deck. My friend spotted it. He said, "Hey, why is there one red light up there?" Well, that one red light is Rudolph's nose. Oh, actually, that just happens to be hanging over from the front, and I think that's kind of funny that you can only see one light from the front of the house when you're at the back of the house. And the challenge of the season is always keeping all the lights on the back fence working. They're on the wooden fence on top, and they're at the base over there on the neighbor's fence. They don't want to put anything on that vinyl fence. But lights in the back, this is always a challenge. The squirrels like to chew them into, but the squirrels haven't chewed any into this year. They stay on 24/7 to help ward that off. But what happens is these are older lights, and so they keep going out, and I keep having to replace them. I did buy a couple of new strands. These are the old style lights, and next year we're going to go LED, and these will be backup lights that I'll use in the garage. But you can see they're on every tree. We're going to work our way around to the front. And yes, the candles we were looking at in the bedroom a while ago are right here. I'm thinking next year I want to put lights on the back eave of the house too. You can't see it from the street, but you can see it from the neighbor's street. And you can see it when we walk around outside looking at the light tour. And yes, I have friends that stop by and walk through my yard to see all my lights. It's quite all right if you want to stop by and you know where I live. I put these up on Thanksgiving and the day after or so. The whole light display came on December 1. And here's the front. Yeah, star on the top. I guess that's the symbol of the Nativity. The star on the top, I had to replace the lights this year. They've had many variations of lights. My folks actually bought me this years ago. They said, "Hey, I think there's a star at Walmart that you could put on your chimney." And I'm like, "That's what I want." They bought it, and it's had many sets of lights in it. Once again, the old school lights are there. And yes, you spotted it. We have a nativity in the front, but we're saving that for the end of the show, if you don't mind. I'm trying to think of anything else that's different this year. I used to have all white lights in the front, but when I bought the nativity, it was LED white, and my other lights weren't. So I changed to LED and did them in colors. And I still have the old school blue lights here on the mailbox and the flagpole. And as you know, I'm a Cowboys fan. The Cowboys flag stays up only during football season. And I do take the American flag down during the Christmas season because it's not illuminated. I don't want to put a spot on the American flag because I want to feature the Christmas lights this time of season. And another piece of decoration my oldest cousin got me years ago, I strobed these blue lights on the side of the garage. So as you can see, we're back to the backyard. Let's go take a look at the Nativity. And yes, it's my favorite Nativity. I think I've had it, this is its 4th season. And right at the end of last season, before I put them away, the star quit working. So I went on a mission close to Thanksgiving looking for lights that were the same style, and I rewrapped the star with the same style lights. But as you can see, they're more on the outside instead of gathered on the inside, because I couldn't bury them inside, obviously, but that just makes the star stand out. So I knew, because I featured lights in my setup here, that I should have lighted Nativity. So that's how we got the idea for that 4 years ago. So, and all the lights are on the top of the house. I just heard a jogger go by. And oh, looks like I have a section of lights out on my star. I need to rewrap this and redo this, looks like, because it is the old style lights too. And I put some different lights on it this year. I'm going to move those around later tonight, because there's always some type of tweaking going on. So I hope you like Christmas Light Tour 24. If you want a longer video and a more detailed video, look at last year's, because we talk more about the decorations then. So let's go back with the Nativity we started with. Jesus is the reason for the season. Merry Christmas, everyone. Subscribe to Piano Man 5961, and you can see lots of music videos. And coming soon on this channel, 2 music shows will be added. So be watching for that. Happy holidays.